Hi, babe. I hope you're doing amazing. My name is Amity, and I am here with a psychic message from your ancestors. And you'll know this message is for you because the person I am connecting with today, their biggest wound is actually an abandonment wound. I'm speaking to someone who has not had much relational support in this lifetime. You're probably a loner. You probably spend a lot of time in solitude because this is normal for you. Maybe your parents got divorced when you were little. In some extreme cases, I do think I'm connecting with people who have been adopted or even orphaned. I'm hearing adopted by your grandmother. So for some of you, you spent a lot of time with a granny or a nana instead of your biological parents. And it's like even through all of this abandonment, the universe has always made sure you were taken care of. The universe has always made sure your material needs were met. So what I mean by this is maybe you haven't had a lot of people to nurture you, right? But you've had food, you'd have clothes, you've had cash for your needs. And even if materials ever got low, it's like the universe would give you a lucky break of some kind where all of a sudden, you would get some financial help out of nowhere. It just feels like even though you haven't had much support in your relationships, the universe has always made sure you could survive. And so you've learned to be grateful. You've really learned to live humbly and modestly because you appreciate how the universe comes through for you. But right now, your ancestors, they want you to work on mending that abandonment wound. And they're telling me the only way you can really mend this abandonment wound is with love. Love from real people, real human people. And this is probably going to be difficult for you to hear because you've tried this before. You've tried to make friends before. You've tried to build community before. It's something that you've attempted and you've been disappointed. But your ancestors want you to know it's going to be different this time because the energy is different this time. I talked about this a little bit in the Moon Magic if you were a part of it. But it's like we're moving into Pluto in Aquarius. The North Node will move into Aquarius around July of this year. So community is going to be the thing. It just is. So you are going to have more opportunity to build community than you've ever had before. Your ancestors are telling me that you are in desperate need of better friends. You are in desperate need of community outreach. And some of you think you have it. You think you have community because you are chronically online, because you have all these virtual relationships. But at this point, they are holding you back because they are a crutch for genuine intimacy. Your ancestors are telling me that you're kind of cheating at this point. You think your social skills are better than what they are because you can sustain online connections. It's like you've been sending reels to someone for years now. You've been sending memes to someone for decades now. It's like you've had this one friend that you DM all the time. It's like you've found a lot of sustainability in your virtual connections. But they don't want that for you. They don't want virtual connection alone for you. They want you to get a hug. Some of you are touched starved. They want you to laugh out loud with people. They don't want you to rely on texting people or just emailing people. And it's possible. It's possible that you can change and shift your social dynamics, especially in 2026, especially in 2027. And again, I think you should mentally prepare for this. I think you should prepare for more real life connection in your life. I am hearing that some of you are going to meet real people in a metaphysical store, is what I'm being shown. So you may have a local spiritual shop. You may have a botanica nearby. And there is a possibility that you could make more friends in that space. You may realize there's some type of spiritual convention coming up that you can attend. You know, this is one of those spaces where there's crystals, right? There's incense. People are doing yoga. You know, there's an event for breathing exercises. Some of you are going to come across marketing. And when you come across this marketing, it's very important that you attend the event because you are very likely to make a friend, a real life human friend at that event. For some of you, you're going to meet this person in the candle section. Yeah, it's interesting because you may realize that you are shopping for like a 7-day candle and then you end up making small talk with someone nearby. And to be honest with you, for some of you, this may not even be in a metaphysical store. Maybe it's just like in your local, your market where you end up brushing shoulders with someone, looking in the candle department, and now you're discussing something that you have in common. There's something here where, especially if you're listening to this and you don't have a lot of support with your children, some of you are single parents, your ancestors are like, if you start socializing, it's almost like you'll find somebody to co-parent with you. They always say it takes a village, right? Everybody says that. I'm not necessarily seeing a village for you, but I am seeing like a 3 of Cups energy where it's like the 3 amigos. I'm seeing like maybe 2 solid people in your corner. Your ancestors want to gift you with that. They want you to have more support, more love in real life. Because many of you are very social, like you're just social beings. You are Aquarius placements, you are Gemini placements, you are Libra placements, you are Cancer placements where you just need the love, like you need the connection. Some of you are avid readers and writers also. And so you could also meet people at a bookstore. Again, I don't know why. I'm just getting like local events where it's like, the coffee shop up the street is doing this. That yoga studio around town, they're doing this. I see opportunities like that coming up over the next year, especially. And I see you actually making a very good friend in that space. And this message is here today because your ancestors, they want you to get your mind right. It's like some of you have had so many disappointments within your friendship groups, within your personal relationships. It's like some of you just don't even want to be bothered with that sphere of life anymore. But again, it's important that you know the energy is changing. When you were making friends back then, it probably wasn't very supported. I remember in 2023 when the South Node was in Scorpio, I swear, I was meeting the biggest snakes ever. And if I wouldn't have mended the pain that I experienced in those connections, I would probably never talk to anybody again. But now that the energy has shifted, I feel like I'm meeting better people, and they may not always be my best friend. They may not always be people that I want to talk to on a regular basis. But the way the energy is shifting right now, I just see you really meeting people that think like you. I see you really meeting people where it's like, yeah, we go out, on Thursdays, we meet at this book club. I see you having connection in the flesh, and your ancestors want you to know that you're worthy of that. And that, yes, they're taking care of you on a material level. Yes, they are taking care of your basic needs, but they are also fully prepared to take care of your social needs too. I want you to take this message as a sign to believe in real life human connection because you're worthy of it.